Everybody, welcome back to the art of crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. Today we are taking a look at the wolf, the myth, the one and only Dogecoin. Now honestly, I never thought I would do a video on Dogecoin, but you know, it's a pretty popular coin, it's the meme coin of crypto, and you know, why not, right? I've had a few people ask me about this, so let's dive right into it. But right before I do, if you haven't already followed me on Twitter at _theartofcrypto, you're going to want to do so. This is where I'm sharing the latest market updates and you do not want to miss out. So let's dive right into Dogecoin, shall we? So, I mean, I don't need to tell you that we are in a prolonged downtrend on Dogecoin right now, ever since I forgot what's that event called, the Elon Musk SNL event. But it just goes to show that the reason why a phrase called buy the rumor, sell the news exists is because people actually do this, right? They buy the rumor and they sell the news. I don't know if you guys were here, but you know, just 2 minutes after the event started, Dogecoin just started to take a absolute plummet. So for now, let's figure out if there is, any life in Dogecoin, or is this a dead dog? And, we're just trying to beat a dead dog. So first of all, if I just draw a trend line down this, just this trend line right here, you can see that, at least we have finally broken out of this downtrend. And at the moment on the 4 hourly, we have started to form an uptrend. And the reason why I say we are currently in an uptrend is because if you take a look at, during this entire move down, you can see if I just plot out all of these highs like so, you can see that every time the price tended to dump, we have, okay, take a look at here, right? We form this high and then we go down and then we do not come close to the previous high and then we form a previous high, right? We form a next high, right? It comes nowhere close to the previous high. And then bam, 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 bam. And then now, if you just take a look here, we have, for the first time in pretty much 3 weeks, we have finally broken through a previous high. And at the moment, we are forming a higher high and a higher low. And the only condition, this candle is shorter than the previous 2 candles next to it. So this is called a swing low. And at the moment, if you just take a look here, if I just draw it like this, you can see that we have currently broke structure. And so right now, if everything continues to be bullish for Dogecoin, then we have to expect Dogecoin to attack all of these previous highs right here. So let me just mark down all of these previous highs. These are areas that Dogecoin will very likely attack as long as it remains bullish. And in order to confirm whether or not Dogecoin is bullish, you would very preferably want to see it break above, some major level. And in this case, I'm actually going to bring out the EMAs. I know it's been a long time since we've had EMAs on this channel, but they are still a very helpful tool. It is one of the only technical indicators that I do sincerely believe in. So it's time to bring out the EMAs. And right now, this orange line right here is a 100 EMA, and this purple line right here is called a 200 period EMA. So if we go back onto the daily chart, you can see that Dogecoin has yet to break above the 200-day EMA. And if you are a long-time follower of this channel, you know that I am always saying that the 200 EMA is always going to act as very strong dynamic support and resistance in any trend. In this case, because we're below it, this will act as resistance. And until we can break that 200 EMA, which just happens to be sitting right around this protected high right here, probably the 200 EMA on the daily chart, yeah, about this protected high right here. So, I might just draw this level right here. So preferably, in order for Dogecoin to be bullish, then we want to see a break above $0.2. And so, with that knowledge in mind, what can we trade? Like, how do we trade Dogecoin right now? That's the $1 million question that everybody wants to know. And the way that I would do it, personally, is I would draw this trend line right here. And if you know anything about technical indicators, you know that this is sort of a bullish pennant, and usually bullish pennants are continuation patterns. Basically, you don't get a pennant out of nowhere, right? For example, in a bear pennant, the price will dump and it consolidates, forming a pennant before continuing the dump, hence the term continuation pattern. So in a bullish pennant, the price will pump, do a little consolidation before continuing the pump. At the moment, this is looking like a bullish pennant on the 4 hourly chart. And just be reminded, right, on the daily chart, we are not yet bullish, right? Right now, we are playing a lower time frame on a 4 hourly. And, for the Dogecoin lovers out there, it'd be great if Dogecoin was bullish. So I'm going to mark down this level at 0.196. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy the breakout of this level. And the reason why the measured move of this bullish pennant would be right about there, which would lead us to, a resistance point over here. So this is going to be the measured move at 0.21-ish. So what you're going to want to do is buy the breakout of this level. The way you do this is as the price is breaking out, you can, buy along with the breakout, or alternatively, as the price breaks out and comes back down for a retest, yes, price actually does come back down for a retest, because contrary to popular belief, straight up, unless, you're AXS. And if you're interested in trading AXS, I made an amazing video on AXS just yesterday, and I've been spot on so far, so go check out that video after you're done if you're interested in AXS. So the reason why I would recommend a breakout or a retest is because both of these entries are really, really safe. Basically, you can just set your stop loss right below the pattern, right? Let's say you buy the break here, you can just set the stop loss right inside the pattern, and your take profit target again is going to be a previous protected high. Expect, right, as long as Dogecoin is bullish, you have to expect it to attack previous highs. And the reason for that is because, well, notice how during these highs, I don't just write highs, right? I write protected highs. And the reason for that is because this move right here, right? This move right here, as well as this move right here, is caused by institutions. Yes, you heard that right. This is like Dogecoin is being manipulated, and so is every other crypto coin out there. Everything is getting manipulated, like period. So basically, the reason why I say that is because retail people simply have no way of, moving the price like this. And you might laugh and scoff at me that, hey, what do you mean manipulation? Trading is trading. We trade based on price. Who cares about manipulation? Well, let me just tell you that if you don't care about manipulation, you would very likely have gotten wrecked. Similar to the people who got wrecked on AXS trying to short that thing when it was clearly bullish on an institutional perspective. So back to what I was talking about. Protected highs. The reason why they're protected, right, is imagine if you were an institution and you shorted from here, or maybe even here, right? Imagine if you were shorting Dogecoin. Would you, in your right mind, right, if you were still bearish on Dogecoin, would you allow the price to come back up to break this high and put your position into a negative position? I would assume not. Hence the saying protected, because institutions will not let the price get to that level, and hence, it's protected. So right now, this was a previous protected high, including this one. And as you can see, we have broken above a protected high for the first time in, a long time. And so that's why I'm saying that Dogecoin is looking pretty bullish right now, which means we should be looking for bullish entries to enter into Dogecoin rather than short it. So the alternative entry that I would, buy Dogecoin at would be at about, 0.186. And again, I just want to make this clear. This is not financial advice. I'm just saying that, if you were going to trade Dogecoin in the first place, these would be, good areas of value to, base your trades off of, instead of, buying in the middle of nowhere or selling in the middle of nowhere, right? In trading, you always sell into resistance, you buy into support, right? That's that saying. So this level right here at 0.186 is, this trendline support right here, but called order blocks, which will absolutely change everything. So personally, what I would personally do, right? Like if you just notice, right? This bearish candle right here, this last bearish candle before this massive move upwards, this is what you call a bullish order block. And order blocks are simply areas of untapped liquidity where institutions would like to push the price to. And if you just notice here, trust me, I have not taken a look at Dogecoin prior to recording this video. So everything that I'm doing right now is literally just impromptu. So notice how, let me just draw it out for you guys, that this is a bullish order block right here. And I know I'm saying, I said that, the last bearish candle is the order block, but here's what you need to know. So for example, right now we're on the 1 hourly, but if we go onto a higher time frame, you can see that indeed, the order block is, that whole block right there. And if we go onto the 4 hourly, we won't even see it. So sometimes you gotta just be, kind of subjective. And let's just assume that this whole block right here is the order block. Notice how the price came right down to the order block, stay there for 1 minute, and then, blast off. So this is the power of order blocks. And here is what I say for everyone trying to get into Dogecoin. So if we go onto the 4 hourly, this right here, notice how this is the last bearish candle before a massive move upwards. This is going to be an order block as well. And so about, what's this, 0.18923. Right, again, this is the Binance chart, so if you're trading on, say Coinbase or whatever, then you have to adapt your chart to match something else. So this is going to be your first entry, and the second entry that I'm going to draw out here is again at this bullish order block. Now, this is already filled, right? Usually I don't take order blocks that have already been filled. So if you recall, back in the 1 hourly, there was one order block that wasn't filled, right? Which is this order block right here. if you just notice, this whole thing right here is what you call a bullish order block, right? I know this is a pretty wide range, and so I'm going to give you 2 entries for Dogecoin if it does get there, right? I'm not guaranteeing that the price of Dogecoin will actually get to these 2 levels, but if the price were to get here, then I'm just saying it would be, you know, a better entry than simply buying in the middle of nowhere, right? You always play your areas of value. So you know how retail people, we always look at, oh, support and resistance as areas of value. Well, support and resistance, you know, in the institutional term would be order blocks, right? They simply push price around order blocks constantly. And the sooner you understand this, right, to the untrained eye, they wouldn't be able to determine like what's going on. But the sooner you're able to identify this, the sooner you're able to see just exactly what these institutions are doing, and so that you can react to them and stop getting played around by the institutions like an absolute fool. Because trust me, this, like, honestly, this one concept, right, just after understanding how the institutions like to trade, that's, you know, it single-handedly changed my trading game and allowed me to become much more profitable. And I'm just saying, right, just a little plug before I discuss how to take profits. If you were interested in learning how to do this for yourself, right, if you watch my videos and you know that I'm pretty much dead on and, you know, I'm right a lot of the time, and you just want to know how I do this and do this for yourself, right? Basically, if you just want to learn what works and discard 90% of the things that don't work, then you're going to want to check out the private Discord group. Over here, you're going to get access to a world-class trading education that will at least ensure that you become, like, at least it will ensure that you know what you're doing when it comes to trading. And, you know, as a bonus, you're going to get access to all of these highly profitable trading setups where literally everyone is making money every single day. And there have been a lot of people in this private Discord group that have already paid off their membership in just a couple of trades. So at the moment, monthly signups are still open. If you just head to the link in the description, upgrade.chat/theartofcrypto, the monthly subscription is still open. Now, if you just go onto the link in the description, you can sign up for monthly right now. Currently, there's only 42 spots remaining, and I opened 100 spots just 2 to 3 days ago, so it's filling up pretty quickly. So if you're interested, get in while you can. The reason why I'm limiting the amount of people in the private Discord group is because I want to be able to give focused attention to everybody else. And if you want this focused attention, then make sure you join the group, yeah? I'm gonna see you in there. I cannot guarantee that you're gonna make, you know, an absurd amount of money, but what I can guarantee you is that, you know, you're going to know what you're doing. I'm sure that it's worth much more than, you know, just some simple money. Basically, you'll be learning a skill that, you know, that's going to stay with you for a lifetime. So all of these previous levels that I marked right now are areas where you are going to want to take profit at. And, you know, later just pause the video and mark them down. But the way that I would take profit is, you know, as the price, you know, let's say it reaches here, here. Basically, what you do is you do not exit or enter your position all in one go. So for example, the way that I would use these take profit levels is maybe I'll take 25% here, 25% here, 25% here, and maybe leave the rest as a moon bag in case Dogecoin goes up. Now, the reason why you want to do this is because nobody knows where's the exact top, just like how nobody knows where's the exact bottom. At the moment, order blocks are very high probability entries, and they have a high probability to be the bottom. But the key word here is it has a high probability. It's not, you know, an absolute that will be the bottom, which is why nobody knows the bottoms and nobody knows the tops, which means, you know, you just take profit on the way up. Like, don't be greedy and be like a lot of beginners really approach me and they're saying like, hey, if I take profit, I'm going to miss out on continued gains. You know, if the price does go up, here's what I have to tell you, yeah? In trading, literally, from the moment you open a position, everything that you do from that point on is painful. Like, think about it. If you let the price go all the way up before taking profit, like you don't take profit, and then the price comes all the way back down to stop you out, I'm sure that would be painful as well, yeah? So at the end of the day, you just have to accept the kind of pain that you want to accept, you know? Choose the pain that you want to take. Me personally, I'm cool with taking profits early because I know that, you know, 1 to 3% a day really adds up like massively over the course of a year, if you know what I mean. So this was just a quick little video on Dogecoin. If you found that this video helped you and you learned, you know, a thing or two, then I'll just ask you to drop a like on this video. It's a really small gesture, but it really helps a lot. And just remember, if you're serious about, you know, just doing this crypto thing or trading thing for a career, then make sure you check out the private Discord group. This is where you're going to be equipped with, you know, everything that works. So with that said, my friend, may the gains be with you, and peace.